Alright, welcome back to DuncanR2N's Wall of Games. This is the part 3. And we're picking up here with the Operative, No One Lives Forever. This is a great game by Monolith Games, who go on to do Tron 2.0 and the Fear series, at least at the beginning. Great humor, great writing, solid game. Pac-Man World 2. Haven't beat it yet, but what I've played of it, I liked. Phantom Brave, another SRPG, R-Type final. It's another one of those fresh games. Awesome. Radiata Stories, Raiden. I really like this series. I fell in love with the first game in the arcade, so many years ago. Ratchet and Clank. Love to see an HD release of these games. I doubt I will, but I would buy it in a heartbeat. Or a heartbeat. Rayman, 2 titles there. Red Faction, the Red Star. There's the Rez, which went on to get a HD re-release on XBL. Can't remember if it was on PSN or not. And Ridge Racer. Ridge Racer. Ring of Red. Konami game. One thing that I actually liked that they used to do on a lot of the Konami games in the PS2 era, they put these 3 images on it. So you got like Ring of Red, here's the Suikoden games, Silent Hill, Shadow of Destiny, Ephemeral Fantasia. I really liked that they did that, but for whatever reason they stopped. Rise of the Cassie goes with Mark of the Cree, but I have to keep them in alphabetical order, so they are separate, even though they're part of the same series. Rogue Galaxy, Romance of the Three Kingdoms. Got all of the PS2 versions. I'm trying to fill out that collection. Romancing Saga, Rough Trigger is really bad. Not very good. Ratchet and Clank, clone, if you will. NIS, PlayStation 2, and box set means in my collection. Scooby-Doo, got all those. Well, I might get some of the others, but since they kind of changed the art style to the deformed heads, I have yet to do so. Shadow Hearts games, I mentioned that Sacknoth did Kodelka, and they turned into Nautilus and did those. Shadow of the Colossus. Then we got all the SMT games. Nocturne, Devil Summoner. I actually have both Devil Summoners, but the other one is down in its box with the plushie toy. I actually have 2 of those. Digital Devil Saga, Persona, the Fez release of Persona 3, Persona 4, then moving on to the Shining Force. I'll actually have Shining Force, Neo and Exa, and then Shining Tears, Shinobi, and then the 3 Silent Hill games for the PS2. Sky Gunner was, I only ever saw this once actually out in the wild. Atlas game, and I saw Atlas and Sky Gunner, a game I never heard of, and it just was a no-brainer. Picked it up. Sly. Good series. Need to get the HD version of that. I have heard many good things of this. Picked it up for $4.99. It's still sealed up. Would like to play that. SOCOM series. I mentioned when we were going through the GameCube that I had all of the Soul Caliburs, or Soul Calibur 2, I should say, on each of the platforms. So here's Soul Calibur 2, and we had our guest character from the Tekken series. Soul Calibur 3, with the character creator, Fun Times, which is now in supposedly pretty good in 5, and people are doing all sorts of crazy stuff with that. One of those one-off NIS games. I bought that on release and have never played it. A couple of Spyro games. Again, I think these were the first 2 that were not Insomniac. The whole SSX series on the PS2. Star Ocean, a couple of Star Trek games because I like Star Trek. Picked up the Battlefront games recently. I actually have at least, I think, this one on the PC, but I just don't play as much on the PC because I prefer to sit on my couch. Starfighter and Racer, I'm missing one right there. Should be Jedi Starfighter. I need to get that eventually. Steambot Chronicles, got that for cheap way back when. It was on sale, I think, at Toys R Us. Another SRPG, Atlas. Stretch Panic, this is a really, really odd game. One day I'll beat it, but man, it's unusual. Very, very odd. Oh yes, the Stuntman game from the Driver guys. Suikoden series with tactics, then 3, 4, and 5. Summoner series, Swashbucklers, the only Siphon Filter game, which, now, see I said I don't let black or red label. That's just a sticker, so it doesn't count. When I take off the wrapper, it'll be gone. The 2 Tales of... oh, God. Tales of games, Legendia and The Abyss. A couple of Tekken games. The first Time Splitters. This was not actually too bad. It was kind of fun. It was a good time. There was only one Ghost Recon game on the PS2 that I couldn't get anywhere else, so there it is. And then the one Tomb Raider title, Trapped, I can't even pronounce that, Tsugunai Atonement. I saw that, had no idea what it was, bought it. Then we got Unlimited Saga. I liked Valkyrie Profile 1. There's Valkyrie Profile 2, I still need to play that. Another good fighter, Virtua Fighter. War of the Monsters. I've never played it, but was recommended to me by a friend of mine, Panzer. Way of the Samurai 1 and 2. We Love Katamari, more Katamari goodness. Woohoo! Wild Arms series, which I do like. This one is up for play this year. I played this a few years ago and just knocked it out. Did the entire thing 100% and had a blast with it. Great, solid game. It's kind of reminiscent in a way of Final Fantasy VIII in the way you associated the Guardian Forces. Wipeout and the Xenosaga series. Yakuza, I think I'm pronouncing that right. 1 and 2. Ys, the Ark of Nap-ish. I don't know how to say it. And then rounding it off with the 2 Zone of Enders game, which I know people are going on and on and on and on and on about why doesn't Kojima actually produce another one of these, which now I believe he's hinted that he's going to. And that is it for part 3. That's the entire PS2 collection. There it is in all its glory. Thanks for joining me. And we'll see you next time for the PS3 games.